Hey everybody, Jessica Bowser Nelson, setting up my phone to help you guys today. I'm super excited to be here, and I'm just gonna give everybody a second to hop on and make sure that this is working. So once you're on, give me a thumbs up or something so I know I'm not talking to myself because that is what is always so weird to me about Facebook Live is I feel like I'm talking to myself. So once you're here, give me a shout out in the comments so I know. There we go. I see Samantha. Awesome. I see a thumbs up. All right. Morgan, yay. I'm just going to give you guys a second to hop on and get on here so I can share some good stuff with you over the next couple of minutes. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Kat. All right. You guys are hopping on. I don't know if y'all are on a lunch break. Maybe you're at work. Maybe you're actually working and listening to me when you shouldn't be. I've definitely done that before at my old job. All right. Hey, Leah, Jenny. Awesome. You guys are getting on. Hey, Angie. Kelly. All right. Well, I'm super pumped to be on with you guys today. Definitely an honor to get to share with you all and, hoping that I can give you something to take away to go apply to your business to rock February, to rock the Team Cup, to rock your life, because that's actually what we do as coaches. And I am going to be answering questions. So I wanted to kind of give you guys some tips first. So definitely, but get your questions ready. Maybe don't post them yet because I don't want to miss any in the feed. Because first I just want to give you some kind of takeaways. That you can apply to your business that I've learned. I've been a coach for 6.5 years. I started this business simply to get a discount on a shake I did not want to drink. That is the truth. But what happened is every single component of what we do literally changed my life. And when something changes your life, you have to go talk about it. Since then, I have built an extraordinary business that has literally blown my mind. And that's why I'm excited to come just kind of share some tips with you guys today that hopefully you can take and apply in your own business. So I actually heard this the other day. I just shared it with my team. I thought I would start with this because I really found it so impactful, is that there's 3 types of coaches. And really it's like there's 3 types of people, but I'm going to take the analogy I heard and apply it to our coaching business to see, kind of where you fit, maybe where your prospects fit, where the people you're inviting fit, where the people in your life fit. But there's the first type of person number 1. This is the kind of person that's going to watch. They're going to be the fly on the wall, the wallflower. They're going to watch you. They're going to watch what you do. They're going to watch what other people do, but they're never, they don't actually do anything themselves. So this could be maybe a family member that's been watching you in your coaching journey, but guess what? They're not going to join you. This could even be a coach. Sometimes I found in my business that the people that say they're going to do the most typically end up doing the least. These could be that person. They're watchers. They're not doers. This might be you. You might just be watching me, but you might have no intention. You might think you do, but you might never actually go put this into practice. So that's person number 1. Person number 2. This is a person that's going to watch and they're going to do, but only when they feel motivated. Or only when, say, a big event is coming up. Those people that you're going to lose weight only because you have your wedding or you have a vacation. You're not going to be consistent in your everyday life. You're only going to work your business when you leave Super Saturday and you're all pumped up. Or you only, focus on your business after Summit. Those are going to be the easy times when someone's holding your hand. A lot of times people will say, I can't succeed because I don't have a good coach. It's my upline's fault. It's because this person is person number 2 and they're only going to act when they have some outside resource motivating them to do so. That might be you. You might be like, I need to get on this call today because I don't know what I'm doing and my coach hasn't taught me and I don't know, I don't have any points to the Team Cup. I don't have any successful points. I've never signed a coach and it's someone else's fault, or it's because I'm not motivated, or it's because I don't know what to do. You're person number 2. Then next, there's person number 3. This is the person that's going to do what they need to do regardless of circumstances, regardless of thoughts, feelings, emotions, upline coach, current market, Facebook friend list, This is the kind of person that's going to show up and do what's required no matter what's going on around them, no matter if they have an event coming up, no matter if they feel motivated, no matter if someone's holding their hand, no matter what is going on in their life, they're going to do what's required and they're going to do what they need to do regardless. You got it, Carrie. Regardless or despite, in spite of. So what I decided, and this is one of my kind of secret sauce ingredients, is as soon as I realized, guess what happened to me? Beachbody workout programs changed my life. Shakeology changed my life. Being a part of a team that supported and cared about me and encouraged me to grow and be better changed my life. So what am I going to do? I'm going to be person number 3. I'm going to do what I got to do to continue feeling that way. And then I'm going to go share it with as many other people as possible because it has literally lit my world on fire. So that's where this business is easy because I get to do what I committed to doing. And I don't have to wait on someone to motivate me or wait on someone to encourage me or wait on someone to teach me what to do because I've done the work, because I've done the programs, drink Shakeology every single day. I get to just go be me and share that with other people. So that's one of my ingredients to the secret sauce. The next ingredient is there is no secret. And I'm sure you guys have heard that a lot of times, but you might be like me. So when I first started as a coach, when I first decided, that I'm going to do this because guess what? I was getting results. And this was way more fun than my job. I was a full-time waitress. I worked double shifts. I worked open to close. I worked every single holiday. And I made great money, but I was living a meaningless, unfulfilling life. And I was not enjoying it. I dreaded going to work. I dreaded ironing my shirt every day. I dreaded a lot of things. And I saw this as a way to enjoy what I do. I had a dream in my life to get paid to help people. And when this came along, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is it. Like you can literally earn a significant amount of money helping people. So I had to determine, okay, what is going to be the activities that are going to get me there? Where can I start? You don't just go from zero to $1 million business because you want to. So I started with, okay, Success Club. I can commit to that. I can do that. But what happened in my head? I didn't believe that making Success Club was what these other coaches were doing to produce significant income, so I would look for the secrets. I was like on this hunt. What is the secret that's going to move my business forward? Now, here's the thing though, is you guys know we have the 4 vital behaviors, right? Put them in the comments. What are the 4 vitals? Let's hear them. Who can say them the fastest? Who knows them like the back of their hand? I really hope you guys have these inside and out, ingrained in your brain and your heart, because when we came out with the 4 vitals, or it used to be the 3 vitals, they were like, it was just like, that's literally the core of all that you have to do as a coach. All right, I see PD. Christy's got PD. Christy's got share. Christy Thompson knows the 4 vitals. I don't know where everybody else is. There we go. Jessica Hunt, recognize, invite, PD. Louisa for the win. Invite, PD, recognition, prompt to the product. Yes. So here was the thing, is I'm a good student, you guys. So they say like success leaves clues. And recently, I don't remember who said it, but it was kind of funny. They're like, success doesn't leave clues. Success is very obvious. So it's not like a clue that you have to like dig around for, which is what I was doing. I was trying to find the clue, the secret, the thing nobody was talking about. But thankfully, I'm a good student. So when my coach said, do the vitals, while I was digging for the secret, I was simultaneously doing the vitals because I'm a good student. I knew she was successful. I wasn't. Therefore, I'm going to do what she tells me to do. So she said, read personal development. That didn't mean I was going to read one time or every 7th day for 3 minutes when I can fit it in. That meant I was going to read personal development every single day. When she said, do a program, that didn't mean, okay, when I feel like it, throw in a video and hop around. Literally for 6.5 years, I've done a Beachbody program every single day. I could probably count my off days that were not scheduled, maybe on just 2 hands in 6.5 years. So my results are not a product of other workouts. My results are not a product of doubles. I don't do doubles. I follow the calendar because guess what? Beachbody knows what they're doing. So thankfully, I did what my coach told me to do. I drink Shakeology every single day. Not a day goes by where I don't drink it, and I don't share it because this is my life. So while I was digging for the secrets, I was doing the vitals. And do you know what happened? Is the vitals produced tremendous success in my life while I was still digging for the secrets. And I tried everything, you guys. That's why I'm like, I hope if you're on this call, you're not going to waste your time doing all the things that I did. You know, I read an article. I paid for a newspaper ad. I would do booths. I rented a hotel room. I put flyers on every single car in a Walmart parking lot. And this is totally out of my personality because I'm actually very much an introvert, which you might not believe, but that's just because I'm at home and I'm on a video. If you said hi to me in a shopping mall, I'd probably turn and run. But the key is like I tried all of these things when the whole time I actually had Craigslist. I went on Craigslist too. I actually had the tools to succeed. You guys have these same tools. But how often the issue is we overlook the small things because we don't believe they're the big things. But what's really exciting is you have the tools necessary to build a 6-figure business, a 7-figure business. You have them. And literally all you got to do is, like I said earlier, you need to commit to being person number 3. You need to commit to do what you need to do regardless of your thoughts, feelings, emotions, circumstances, life. Because I will tell you one thing, as for 6.5 years, do you know what's going to happen in 6.5 years? Life is going to knock you flat on your face. Something most likely will happen in your life that would derail a number 1 or a number 2 person. You have to become the number 3 person to succeed long term, to be able to keep going when things come at you. You know, I mean, you're going to have a death in the family. You're going to have maybe a natural disaster in your area. You could potentially, I know my coach, when she was in one of her, when she was starting, her whole house flooded. What happens when your whole house floods? You might not really care about your little Beachbody business, right? But what did she do? She chose to be coach number 3. She chose to succeed despite. My grandpa was in a coma for a couple weeks, and it was the same thing. I had to make a decision. But do you know what's really awesome about this business is that this business is fulfilling, and this business changes lives when we really get what it's about. So when you are feeling crappy and you go put the energy into personal development and into growing, you're not losing, you're only winning. You're going to get through your hard times so much faster. I've literally had the toughest times in my life since I've become a coach. And I 1,000,000,000% attribute to making it through those times to my personal development, to my team, to my workout. All of those things are really the only thing that fueled me to survive. So when I go out and invite, I'm not just inviting for people to make money in an MLM. No, I'm inviting people to change their life, to have the tools in their toolbox where when they feel down, when they get knocked out, when they think they can't keep going, they can. Because that's what happened to me. So guess what? You can go share my story. Maybe that hasn't happened to you yet. But that's the beauty of this business. You get to go learn from other people and go share their stories until it becomes your own, until you find the thing that wakes you up, that keeps you going, that helps you to see despite what might be going on in your life. Because the reality is things are going to happen, but it's the ones that dig deeper. I don't know if you guys have ever done a Shaun T program, but I can't get on here without talking a little bit about it. But what's amazing to me about his programs, he says in Asylum, the work doesn't start until you're tired. Now, the very first time I did that program, tired was an understatement. I was beyond tired. Life had gotten to me. I was drained. I was disappointed. I was disappointed in who I had become. I was upset that I was living a meaningless, monotonous, mundane, mediocre life where I no longer dreamed or hoped or lived. I was upset that I was married to someone that didn't even care if I existed and didn't even care to come home. I was upset about everything that was out of my control. And there was Shaun T on my little DVD player in my little tiny extra bedroom where my old mat had disintegrated all, there are pieces of my mat all over the floor mixed with my sweat. And he said, the work doesn't start till you're tired. And in that moment, I realized, guess what? I'm not done. All hope is not lost. There's still hope for me. Because guess what? I'm tired. So if he's letting me know I'm just starting, I can do this. And literally with every single punch and with every single kick, with every single push-up, I was getting this belief back inside of myself. I can do this. And that's what this is about to me. So when I'm out there inviting, I'm inviting people to live, to dream, to hope. And I'm going to give them the tools that will literally change their life and the best tools in existence out there. So that's why it's easy for me. A lot of us think, we need the right script. We need the right thing to say. Do you know what I mean? We think, okay, maybe our team isn't providing us the right tools. If I only knew what this person was saying. I'm here to tell you it's not the case. Scripts can be helpful to maybe give you a little guidance, but what I really challenge you to do is find your reason for being here. Find what you need in your life, because this opportunity literally can give you every single thing you need in your life. It can give you confidence and hope and belief and self-esteem. It can give you all of those things. So whenever you decide to invest in you and find that thing for you, you're not going to need a script. Because when you go and invite and share your heart, it can't come out wrong. It's your heart. And another one of my secret ingredients was, while I was looking for every shortcut, I was still doing the vitals. But here's the thing is my job is just to invite. So for a while, I felt like this pressure, like I've got to convince these people. I need the right script. I need to say the right closing sentence. How can I get them to say yes? My job isn't to get them to say yes. My job is to share. And the right people, when they're ready, are going to say yes. So I don't have this pressure, and I'm not putting pressure on the people I'm inviting to say yes. I'm literally sharing like, hey, you know what? This has changed my life. And because this has changed my life, I have to share it with you because it's that important to me. It's just like if you were, like they say, if you were sick and you had the cure to cancer, would you share it with someone? When this makes a difference in your life, you want to share it. And when someone says no, I'm not upset because now I'm not going to make the Success Club point from them that I really wanted. I'm upset because I'm like, dang, they don't even know what they're missing out on. They don't even know the possibilities with this. They don't get it yet. And I said yet because I'm not writing them off forever. I just know I shared with them. I did my part. And guess what? In a week, in a month, in year, in 5 years from now, they might come around. And if not, I hope they find a thing that can light their soul on fire like this has done for me. Because this is living to me. And what I was doing before was not. It was hardly surviving. So just realize you can be you and you can be human and you're going to have way more success than trying to say the right things. They say you can't say the right things to the wrong person. You can't say the wrong thing to the right one. When people are ready, they will join. But what you have to do is you have to be sharing. You have to be inviting. You have to be starting those conversations. You can't just put a post on Facebook and expect people to just join. That's not reality. That's not what a business owner does. When I decided that I wanted to have a successful business, I thought, what does a successful boss do? Back to the beginning. You become number 3. You do what you got to do because that's what you're committed to doing. So my challenge to you guys. Okay, so I have 4 things, and then I'm going to take any questions if you guys got them. Those are kind of my secret ingredients that I started with. But my challenge to you guys is to draw your line in the sand. Decide you're going to become number 3. Because number 3 are going to be the coaches that win. Number 3 are going to be the coaches that are here 6 years ago, not the same that they were 6 years ago. You know what I'm saying? I see some coaches and I'm like, man, I'm not going to lie. Not much has changed. And if not much has changed in the past year, you aren't doing the right things consistently. But here's some things that you can do today, 4 things to become number 3. Number 1, embrace and apply personal development. Like I told you guys, if I had a lie detector or if I was in your house and I saw how often you read PD or listened to PD, personal development, if you don't know what that is, what would be your truth? And I'm challenging you, own your truth. Maybe today you're like, you know what, you're right. I do it like every 8th day. Today's the day you got to change that. I'm going to be honest. To me, the biggest vital behavior to be here a year from now, to be here 2 years from now, 5 years from now, to have success is personal development. And like I said, you cannot just read personal development. You have to apply what you learn. And you got to read what you need. Read what you need. If you hate failing, guess what? You need to go read Failing Forward. If you hate doing the tough things or struggle with time management, you need Eat That Frog. You've got to read the thing and then apply what you learn. Number 2, you've got to change your language. How are you talking to you? What are the words you're saying to yourself in your head when you're alone? Do you speak to yourself in a way you would speak to other people? Do you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times we're really cruel to ourselves. And if we were to say that to someone else, we would never say those things to someone else. So I need you to change your language and how you speak to yourself. This is what I did with Shaun T in that workout room. Because when I was started, what did I say? I'm tired. I'm beat down. I'm a loser. I'm dumb. You know, what happened to me? What's wrong with me? That's what I always said to myself. What did I have to change that to? I had to be intentional. I had to say, guess what? I'm a warrior. I'm strong. I can do this. I'm powerful. And I would say those things. I felt stupid. I felt stupid saying those things, and I did not believe those things. But guess what? When you put energy behind your words, and when you decide, you know what? I'm not going to live that way anymore, things will change. So number 1, embrace and apply personal development. Number 2, change your language. Number 3, surround yourself with people that make you better. People who you are the top 5 people you spend the most time with. So guess what? If there's someone in your top 5 that isn't someone you want to become or to be like, then that's a problem. So once again, you have to be intentional. There might be people that you need to distance yourself from, and that's not easy to do. But like I said, when you want to be number 3, you can't be spending all of your time with number 1s and number 2s because you will become a number 1 or number 2. So you've got to find the 3s, and you've got to, that's who you want to surround yourself with. Who people are, and I'm sure you guys know this if you just think about it, we are contagious. Our attitude, our energy, who we are is contagious. So you want to make sure you're catching the right things. And sometimes that might mean, for now, you might need to be alone because you might not even know anybody that you want in your top 5. But as you grow, as you embrace your personal development, you will start attracting those people. And lastly, number 4, don't wait for motivation. So motivation is like magical fairy dust. It's not real. If you are only going to act when you're motivated, then you are not going to act because you're not always going to feel motivated. I'm not here 6.5 years later. I've earned $1 million with Beachbody. My husband has earned $1 million with Beachbody. And FYI, results are not guaranteed. It's up to your own effort, skill, diligence, and how quickly you become a number 3 and stick with it. But the reason why is not because I'm like this most motivated person on earth. No, it's because I made a choice to act despite feeling motivated, to act on the days I sure don't feel like it, to share my heart when I'm going through the worst time of my life and still invite to the coaching business because guess what? I'm not going to wait on motivation. So the second that you just determine, you know what? No more. Am I waiting on this magical thing to float down that's never going to float down? You know, winners don't wait. Winners work. Winners act. Winners take the steps regardless. And what I know is that every single one of you guys can do that. I believe you can. It's easy to share this business. You guys, we have the #1 fitness programs in the world. Shakeology is unmatched. And guess what? Your team is what you make it. I don't care if you're a brand new coach. You can go contribute to your team. So that's my challenge to you guys. Go make your team the most amazing team so it can match our fitness programs. It can match Shakeology. It can match the amazing All Access Pass. And then it's going to be so easy for you to invite people to join you on this journey. So I don't know if you guys have any questions for me, but you can comment below. Had you guys on here for about 25 minutes. We could take a couple more minutes. If anybody had a question, I'm happy to answer. I'm a complete open book if you don't know me. I don't have secrets. So, okay, Nicole, do you cold invite people during times like Team Cup or do you build relationship and then come back to them? Okay, so like I told you guys, I'm more of an introvert. So I might do things a little different. I am not a small talker by nature. It's just, I don't make small talk in real life. So I don't make small talk when I'm inviting this business either. Because like I said, you guys, I just make sure that I'm myself. And so I'm not going to like, I like the forming concept, but I don't spend a lot of time in form because it's just not natural. I'm not just going to sit there and shoot the breeze for like a month about your life because that's not what I do in real life. So instead, with all of my invites, it doesn't matter if it's Team Cup or not, is I'm going to go like do all of the forming in one sentence, pretty much. So I'm going to be like, I'm going to pay them a compliment. Well, first I'm going to decide why I want to invite them. I'm going to pay them a compliment and then to let them know why I'm reaching out to them. And then I'm going to kind of form along the way like, hey, you know what? I've noticed you on Facebook. Like you're super positive and motivating. And I don't know if you've ever considered doing what I do, but I think you might be really good at it. That's going to be pretty much how I do a cold invite. And then from there, I'm going to get to know them. And spend some time. I do more of my forming on their timeline, liking and commenting on posts and taking a genuine interest in them because that's why I'm inviting them. I wouldn't just invite someone without doing that first because I'm choosing who I want to work with. And it kind of goes back to what I said to you guys. You become who you spend time with. So, I mean, I want to make sure that there's someone that matches, you know, who I want to work with. And then I'm going to let them know that it's just going to be a lot more natural. Okay. So sorry, I'm missing these questions here. So a PD book, a personal development book for changing the way you talk to yourself or becoming positive. I mean, probably anything like You're a Badass or the other one, that's kind of new now. I might have to get back to you on that. I can't think of one like exactly directed towards that. I mean, the Bible. So I'll comment if I come up with a better one. I'm like so bad with titles, to be honest. Let's see here. Okay, so hopefully that answered that. How do you deal with people that you invite that don't complete the whole program or complain how difficult it is to set up streaming or how expensive internet is? So to be honest, I haven't encountered the expensive internet issue is. So I'm not really sure how to answer that. I mean, if it's difficult for them to set up streaming, then I would just recommend that they get the DVD. You know, that's just where I would direct that one. Pretty simple. How do you get over the disappointment when someone shuts down what we are doing or the chance to help them and they don't want the help? Yeah, so that's a great one, Dustin. So when that happens, because that's going to happen. Honestly, the hardest part for me in this business is when people don't get the results that I know they're capable of getting. And this is never due to our products not working. It's always due to them not following through. So this has definitely been the toughest thing for me to learn over the course of time. And I call it, the thing is that, and this came from one of my coaches, Jody Carter. She says, you can't take you won't take results for people's success. So you also can't take credit for their failure. So you won't take credit for people's success. So think about it. If you have a challenger that loses 100 pounds, you're not over here like, oh my God, I'm so awesome because I'm their coach and they lost 100 pounds because of me. No, heck no. You're like, oh my God, you are awesome. Like you did the work. You showed up. You lost 100 pounds, right? So for the same thing, we can't beat ourselves up when they don't do what's required, when they don't, commit to the program. So once she told me that, I was like, wow, that's so insightful because that's totally the case. I would never take credit for someone's results. But we so easily beat ourselves up, which goes back to that negative self-talk when someone doesn't succeed. So I think it's really important to realize that that's not, you provide the tools, but they have to show up and do the work. Although if I could do it for them, that would be awesome. What if your spouse is stuck and going in the wrong direction as an alcohol, poor life choices? At what point does my business become enough for me to leave him? Not asking about him not supporting me. I mean, he's not a good one to be one of my 5 people. Okay, when do I decide to choose me in this healthy lifestyle over struggling? Okay, so Michelle, so this was almost like similar to my story, to be honest. And I'm going to tell you just what I did. I am not a counselor and I'm not advocating divorce. But for me, so what happened with me was I just got to the point where I was so overwhelmed with trying to fix my husband, to be honest, that I had lost sight of who I was. Like I said, I lost sight of my dreams. I was so disappointed in my life. And it wasn't until I realized, kind of like the same thing we just talked about for your coaches that might not be succeeding or challengers, was like I couldn't make the choice for him. And that's what I was trying to do for years. I was trying to make the choice for him. And so instead, what I realized is what I can control is me. So what I chose was I'm going to wake up every single morning and I'm going to do my best to be better than I was yesterday. That's on me. That's all I can do. That's what I'm responsible for. So if I'm not succeeding, that's on me. If he's not succeeding, if he's not living the life he was designed to live, that's on him. And it was at that time when I kind of let go where things actually ended up turning around for me. But what I did know regardless was that my life wasn't going to end because of someone else's poor choices. So hopefully that helps. Let's see. Do you use a personal Facebook page or like page or both? To promote what you do? I have both. But I actually, to be totally honest with you guys, I do duplicate posts for the most part. If there's anything on my like page, I actually normally just go and post it also on my regular page because I was just spending way too much time trying to come up with posts. So a lot of it's duplicate content, but I realize that a lot of them are different followers. So that's what I do just to make it easier on myself. I do not do 5-day groups. How do you deal with, I can't work out from home. I get no time to myself. So if they can't work out from home, I just tell them then they can do it at the gym. But they need to work out because it's going to make their life better. All right. Let's see. I'll take a couple more. What time is it? 1:02. Okay, I'll take like 3 more. This one's easy. How old was I then? So I am 36. I will be 37 in August, and I have been a coach. It'll be 7 years in September. Let's see. Any more? Okay, one more. How do you communicate with people who do not respond to your cold invites? Do you continue communicating with them or take it as a sign that they are not interested? So if people do not respond to a cold invite, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to, well, for one, I definitely keep talking to them. So say I invited and they didn't respond. I'm going to bring it back to them because maybe they're feeling like I'm just trying to sell them. Maybe they're thinking, maybe they're feeling awkward. Maybe they don't want to do it. So they just feel weird messaging me back. So I'm just going to be human and I'm just going to talk about something else that interests them. Like, hey girl, saw, you guys just got a blizzard. Are you guys okay? Because that's what I would do. So what I always try to do in my Facebook messages is think if I saw them in real life, what would be normal to say? So if I had said, hey, you know what, you might want to say I saw them, invite them to this business and in real life, and I always read my messages out loud. That's another great tip. Read your message out loud because I don't know about you guys, but if I read something that does not sound like me, I change my voice. So for example, if let's say it's a bad message that I wrote and I'm like, and then I read it out loud, this is what I'm going to do. Why, hello there. Have you ever considered joining my team as a Beachbody coach? Now, why did I change my voice like that? Because I'm like, that's awkward and salesy and weird, and I don't talk like that. So what does that mean? That should not be my message. So instead, I'm going to say it out loud. How would I say it as Jessica? And then I might be like, hey, how have you been? Hey, girl, how have you been? So I was just thinking, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to make sure it's natural. And then if they don't message back, I'm going to think, what would I say now again? If say I went to a baby shower and saw them, I wouldn't be like, by the way, did you click on that link and consider joining? No, I'd be like, hey girl, how's the kids? How's life? How was your Valentine's Day? Did y'all do anything? So I just make sure that I'm always being as human as possible because that's what I am. And also, the more human you are and the less awesome you are, do you know what I mean? Like the less, because some of us think we have to say these elaborate things to get people to join. But what you want is you want people to think and realize they can do what you do. So if I'm just like, hey girl, how you been? And then they end up being like, you know what, I do want to end up joining your team. And they're like, well, what do? I don't know how to get people. What did I do with you? Nothing. I was just normal. It's like, hey, you might want to do this. It's awesome. You love the team. We get amazing results. We have a lot of fun. So I think the key is just not putting a lot of pressure on yourself. So that's about it. Okay, I'll follow it up with Louisa. Hi, Louisa. When do you decide to ask again or do you leave it up to them? I'm just going to feel out the conversation and where it's going. So, like I said, if they come back and then we chat up a while, I might. But then again, I feel like at this point they know. So, I might follow up the next month and just be like, hey, I know I asked you before. I don't know if you've reconsidered. Or it might be something that makes me think of them. You know what I mean? Like maybe I knew they were interested in making some money. So maybe we just got a huge bonus and I'm like, hey, one of my coaches just made her first $500 paycheck. And I just thought of you because I knew you had considered this. Or, you know, whatever it is that interests them, if there is something that sparks, you know, my heart to think of them, I'm going to just share that with them. And, you know, that's how I could bring it back around. Or if we had a sale ending, you know, if they wanted something that was on sale, or if I had a challenge group starting, you know, I'm going to use those things to just prompt the follow-up where it's natural instead of like, hi, me again. You ready now? You ready now? All right, you guys, I hope that was helpful. It was a lot of fun. Thanks for hanging out on your Thursday. And I challenge you guys to literally don't just listen to what I said. Don't be a number 2 and wait for someone to go be like, did you listen? And are you applying it? Become a number 3, apply it, rock this team cup, because right now, what you do this month is setting you up for success the entire year. Never be afraid of the seeds you're planting now, because guess what? Seeds take time to grow. So the people you talk to now might not say yes now, and that's okay, because you're going to be here a year from now and they're going to keep watching you, and their only regret is going to be not joining you sooner. All right, you guys, see you guys later.